this week's edition of the Monday Morning Mashup.
And I'm Madeline Shelby.
Grab your agendas and write down this week's events.
Listen up, all 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. Remember that we are having monthly attendance wars among all 3 grade levels.
There is also a competition among all 3 grade levels for the least amount of lunch attentions.
The grade level with the highest attendance and the grade level with the lowest number of lunch attentions each month will receive a reward. Let's make sure we come to school and turn in our assignments.
I think 7th grade will definitely win one of these awards, Madeline. What about 6th grade?
We are right up there with you, Lauren. Don't count 6th grade out. We really want that reward.
Have you been caught being good yet? Rumor has it 8th grade had their red bucket full of reward tickets last week.
We definitely need to catch up with them this week, Lauren.
Congratulations to Michaela Jackson for being runner-up in the district level spelling bee. What an amazing accomplishment.
We want to give very special recognition to Elijah McCallum and Taylor Boone. They will be representing RMS at the Kentucky Music Educators Association All-State Junior High School Honors Choir on Wednesday and Thursday, with a concert in the Kentucky Arts Center Thursday evening.
Both students were chosen from 1,600 auditions across the state from a blind audition. Our hounds continue to make us proud in so many areas.
They sure do, Lauren.
Valentine's Day is next Friday, Greyhounds.
The Student Council will be selling candy grams for $1 February 10th, 11th, and 12th in your writing classes.
Be sure to buy your sweetheart, friends, teachers, or a crush candy gram to be delivered on Valentine's Day.
Don't forget, math counts will practice Monday and Wednesday after school for their competition on February 15th. Good luck.
We know you'll do great.
Remember, the Confetti Talent Show and the free Italian dinner will be February 20th. We will have some great contestants so far, but there is plenty of room for more.
Be bold, Greyhounds. This is your time to shine.
Entry forms for the talent show are in the office and will need to be turned in no later than February 13th.
Beta Club, don't forget you have a meeting after school on February 11th.
Now let's take it to Anniston for this week's highlight of the week, which happens to be the RMS girls basketball team. I'm here with the RMS girls basketball team, Taylor Boone and Alex Carter. What did you enjoy most about the season?
I really enjoyed the bonds that we made and how we came together as a family.
I really enjoyed the way we all worked together, like trying to make all the plays happen, and if we didn't make something happen, we encouraged each other.
Well, y'all did a great job and we're really proud of you. What a great team. They seem like a family.
Well, Madeline, I have to admit, you are absolutely right.
Now let's take it to Casey with this week's Cool Class of the Week, Miss Niesler.
Congratulations on winning Cool Class of the Week. From what I understand, you have some pretty amazing ninja skills, and along with collaboration skills with Mr. Howard, along with teaching skills as well. So, what would you like to tell us about that for winning Cool Class of the Week?
Well, thank you, Casey. Can I hold this?
Yes,
Because I really
obviously
kind of
you
like
can.
this. Thank you. Well, thank you so much. I'm very honored to be the Cool Class of the Week. And yes, Mr. Howard and I have been teaching, and we've been collaborating for many, many years. This is my 10th year here, and I think we've been together that long.
Just like every year.
And luckily, this year, he's in my first period class, so we collaborate, we start our day out the best. And since I teach ancient history, I'm so happy to have him because he's lived through most of ancient history. He was actually the proofreader for the Constitution and things like that, and that's what we're studying this week. And so he's been able to tell the children what it was like to actually be there with all of our founding fathers and things like that. But one thing that I also like, and the students who've had me know that I'm really big in art and stuff, but if we're studying feudalism, we like to make our own little shields and stuff. If it's time to study our feudal society and ninjas, we act out this a little bit. And then a good history teacher just is not okay without their trusty sword. So I just like to kind of shake it up every now and then. And even though history, some people find it very boring and things, Mr. Howard and I try our best to make it as exciting as possible.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Howard, how do you enjoy working with Ms. Niesler and being her ninja partner?
It's awesome. I love working with Miss Niesler. Like she said, we've been working together for the last 10 years, and I think between the two of us, we probably have the most ancient history in the building, other than Miss Wyatt. But yeah, it's great working with Miss Niesler every day.
And from what I've heard, you've had some appearances in Ms. Swartz's class, just popping in and popping out.
I do. I use my ninja skills around here quite often. There's a couple of things I guess that come to mind in being a good ninja. Number one is wear black. If you'll notice, I usually have a black polo, black hoodie, or today, a black zip up. And then, yeah, just recently, last week, I came into Miss Ford's room, pulled a student out, discussed she needed something from me. We took care of that. Student went back in the room, and probably some 20 or 30 minutes later, Miss Ford sent me a text and said, "Hey, Mr. Howard, are you going to come get the student?" And I explained to her that I'd already, came and got the student, discussed, and took care of her business, and let her go back to class. But I think, to Miss Ford's credit, she's such a diligent teacher. She's teaching hard. She's working her standards in with you guys. And I just think her, along with most of the other teachers here at Reedland Middle School, they don't really notice when I come into the room a lot because they're just working so hard with their plan that day.
Okay, thank you for letting me interview you. I know you try to keep all your ninja skills super secretive.
Yeah, we
That's
have
true.
to.
That's true.
And again, congratulations on winning Cool Class of the Week.
Thanks, Casey.
Thank
See ya.
you.
I'm here with Steve Miller in Miss Neisler's first period, Cool Class of the Week. What is your favorite part of Miss Neisler's class?
That we get to learn with her using her sound effects to illustrate it.
What's your favorite thing about Miss Neisler and Mr. Howard?
That they're funny, cool, and awesome, and they teach us in a funny and new way.
What is your favorite project in her class, and explain why?
The pyramids, because we gotta learn how hieroglyphics work and the way the details mean something.
Well, thank you.
That wraps up this week's edition of the Monday Morning Mashup. We want to lead with the kindness challenge. Before we say anything, let's think about what we say. If it's negative or mean, don't say it. Sometimes we speak before we think, and it comes out as rude. Let's be nice, Greyhounds.
Thank you for tuning in to the Monday Morning Mashup. We hope you're enjoying our episodes, and we can't wait to see you next week. Be sure to stay tuned for our hygiene video clip, and remember, Hounds, be Greyhound bold.
Bro, Maddox, you need to get some deodorant up in your life.
Why do I take my monthly shower last week?
Your monthly shower, you gotta take one every single day.
Well, sometimes I stand in there and pretend to wash so I don't get in trouble.
Bro, every single day, like my Uncle Skeeter used to say, wash every spot you can touch.
Oh, I use it as often and barely use soap.
Use soap. Bro, you need to use everything you can have because you stink.
I really don't think I stink that bad, but maybe I need to just start using the washcloth and lathering up.
Please do.
Alright, man, I'll start taking daily showers instead of monthly if you say so.
There you go, bub. Oh my gosh, bro.